Hello, you're watching Cruise First, the place to find great deals on your next cruise holiday. We are one of the biggest cruise agents in the UK, selling holidays from all of the biggest names in the business at some of the cheapest prices you'll find anywhere. And we're completely ABTA and ATOL bonded, so your money and your holiday will be safe when you book with us. Now, in this programme, we're going to be showing you a selection of holidays from Carnival Cruise Lines, the company who's known for their fun ships. Now, Carnival is the world's most popular cruise line, operating 23 ships on voyages lasting anything from 3 to 18 days to destinations across the globe. Now, this year also saw the launch of the new Carnival Breeze, and we'll have more on that later. But first, let's take a look at what makes Carnival different.
Carnival offers a variety of exciting and imaginative itineraries, all aboard one of their fabulous fun ships. Facilities vary from ship to ship, depending on the length of your voyage, but you can be sure of one thing, you'll never be short of things to see and do. Every Carnival guest is assured of spacious, comfortable accommodation. All staterooms offer carpeting, ample drawer and closet space, private facilities, shower, basin and toilet, telephone and colour television showing all the latest films. If you like to keep active, there are a whole host of activities to take part in on board any of Carnival's ships. Check out the gymnasium, treat yourself to a relaxing sauna, and then pamper yourself in the beauty salon. Some ships may have facilities for children, so if you're planning on taking the little ones away, ask about this when you book. Eating out, always a major attraction of any cruise, and you'll find a host of fabulous dining options. Whether you're looking for a light snack during the day or an indulgent evening meal, there's one thing for sure, you'll be spoilt for choice. When the sun sets, put your glad rags on and head to one of the numerous bars. Listen to some live music or check out a host of spectacular shows and entertainment. If you're feeling lucky, why not try your hand in the casino? And if you feel like letting off some steam, head to the disco and dance the night away. Expect all this and more on one of Carnival's well-equipped fun ships.
Lots of fun around the clock for the whole family. So let's show you our first offer. It's a 12-night cruise on the Carnival Legend to the Norwegian fjords and Northern Europe that departs in September next year. Now, this ship pays tribute to some of the world's greatest legends throughout the ages. Take a dip in the Camelot and Avalon pools, work your magic at Club Merlin Casino and dine at the Unicorn Cafe and at the Golden Fleece Steakhouse. There's a range of cabin styles to choose from too, from interior twin rooms to luxurious suites and rooms perfect for families. An amazing ship, and here's the itinerary we have on her.
Your cruise starts when you board your ship at Dover. And after a full day at sea, you finally arrive at Norway, where you stop at Ålesund, Bergen and Stavanger. You then get a day at sea before arriving at Norway's capital, Oslo. Another day at sea follows before stops at Hamburg, Amsterdam, Zeebrugge for visits to Brussels, and finally Le Havre for visits to Paris. It's then back to Dover, where you leave your ship. Bergen is the Norwegian coast's premier destination. For centuries, this key fishing port bewitched seafaring Vikings and Hanseatic merchants. Today, travellers on a cruise to Bergen, Norway use this historic city as their gateway to the country's fjords. In addition to the centuries-old trading district of Bryggen, this port is also the perfect launchpad to explore Norway's great outdoors.
This is the perfect cruise if you like exploring, as you can enjoy 8 cities on this itinerary and then take advantage of all the amazing facilities on board with 3 fun sea days. So what will it cost? So this is 12 nights in total on board the 4-star Carnival Legend touring the Norwegian fjords and Northern Europe. It will cost you from that amazing price you can see on your screen. That's per person based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom, departing on the date you can see there. The reference for this one is CAR 539. CAR 539. This is no fly cruising. It means you can take whatever you like, basically, which is marvellous as far as I'm concerned. You can upgrade to an outside stateroom from just £249 per person or to a balcony stateroom from £349 per person. And this is the inaugural season sailing from the UK, so you can be in on it at the beginning. And this is the perfect time to see all these places in Norway. So give us a ring, get on this cruise. The reference is CAR 539. Staying on the legend, we're offering you the chance to explore Scandinavia and Russia on a 12-night cruise. And this itinerary gives you an overnight stay in St. Petersburg, so you've got 2 days to really enjoy that amazing city.
You board your ship in Dover and depart that evening for Denmark, arriving the following morning at Copenhagen. It's then on to Warnemünde for Berlin, Helsinki in Finland, St. Petersburg in Russia, and Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. Your final stop will be at Zeebrugge in Belgium, before crossing the English Channel back to Dover, where you leave your ship. Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, is one of Scandinavia's fantastic cities and part of the most dynamic region in Northern Europe. With its variety of landmarks, museums, royal palaces and amazing architecture, it can be hard to know where to start. But one thing is for sure, you'll never want your time in Denmark to end.
And as I mentioned, this is the first time that Carnival Cruises have been based out of the UK, so it's the perfect opportunity to get to know the fleet of fun ships without having to fly. Now, this of course means you can take as much luggage as you can carry and you won't have to spend hours waiting in an airport. All good. Let's take a look at how little this one could cost you. So this is 12 nights again in total on board the 4-star Carnival Legend. Another great price there. That's per person based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom. Departing on the date you can see, there are other dates available. The itinerary may vary and the cost may vary too. But that's the price we've got for the date you can see. The reference for this one, CAR 239. CAR 239. No fly cruising. We're going from the UK and it's their inaugural season doing that. It includes an overnight stay in St. Petersburg on board your ship, which is great because there's so much to see in St. Petersburg. You'll want those 2 full days. And if you fancy upgrading to an outside stateroom, and it really is worth doing if you can stretch to it, it'll cost you from just £249 per person. Reference again, CAR 239. Now, when you book with Cruise First, you can rest assured that your holiday money is completely safe with us. We are wholly owned by Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, one of the largest and most successful cruise companies in the world. And we're fully ABTA and ATOL bonded. So on to our next offer now, and it's a 10-night holiday, combining 2 nights in the Big Apple with an 8-night cruise around the Bahamas. The Carnival Miracle will be your home for these 8 nights, where you can escape from reality as you take in a show at the Phantom Lounge, a drink at Odyssey Bar, or a dance at Dr. Frankenstein's Lab. To lose yourself in song, find your way to the Jazz Club, Jeeves Lounge, or Sam's Piano Bar. Outdoors, there's fun to be had on the water slide and peace and quiet at the all-new Serenity adult-only area. A great ship there, and during this cruise, you'll have 4 fun days at sea to enjoy all her facilities.
You board your ship in New York and spend your first 2 days at sea. You then arrive at Port Canaveral for trips to Orlando, and that's followed by Nassau and then Freeport in the Bahamas. 2 further days at sea follow before arriving back at New York.
It's a great cruise, but before you join the ship, you'll have 2 nights in New York at a 3-star centrally located hotel. If you want to choose your own hotel, then we've got plenty available, so just give us a call. A supplement may apply, though. Here's what you could be getting up to there.
Take your very own bite of the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. We're talking, of course, about New York with its iconic yellow taxis, buildings and monuments. From the moment you arrive here, you'll feel like you've stepped onto a movie set. The Statue of Liberty is normally at the top of many people's New York hit list. Standing proudly on Liberty Island, this impressive statue was presented to the United States by France in 1886 to celebrate its centennial. It's become one of the most recognizable symbols of American independence. Then there's Wall Street, the financial hub of America, where millions of dollars are made and lost each day. And talking of splashing the cash, shopaholics will be spoilt for choice. Visit famous stores such as Macy's, Bloomingdale's and Tiffany's, and then maybe grab a bite to eat and take a leisurely stroll around Central Park. You'll see a colourful spectrum of New Yorkers in this famous stretch of land. It was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted and architect Calvert Vaux, and while much of it looks natural, it is entirely landscaped. There are several lakes and ponds, a zoo, extensive walking tracks, and 2 ice skating rinks, one of which serves as a swimming pool in July and August. There's also plenty for all you culture vultures, with an extensive selection of museums and art galleries, displaying everything from old masters to contemporary works by new artists.
One of the most famous is the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met, as it's known locally. It has a permanent collection containing over 2 million works of art. Evenings take on a magical quality with a glittering array of Broadway shows to choose from. Alongside London's West End, this famous street is widely considered to represent the highest level of commercial theatre in the English-speaking world. And there is a wide and eclectic selection of restaurants, bars and nightclubs to choose from for pre- or post-theatre entertainment.
What an opportunity to explore one of the most energetic cities in the world and then relax on an 8-night cruise around the Bahamas. And if New York's not your thing, then we can organise time in Boston before your cruise, or you could even visit Canada and Niagara Falls. Basically, we can send you anywhere you like. So just ask our cruise experts when you call to book. Here's what this cruise could cost you. So this is 11 nights in total from the great price you can see on your screen. That's per person, based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom on board the 4-star Carnival Miracle, departing on the date you can see there. Other dates are available, though the price may be different. This is the New York stay for 2 days, and then the Bahamas for the rest of your cruise, which sounds fantastic, doesn't it? And the reference number for this, CAR339. Got a bit of everything here. You've got 2 nights in New York before the cruise. You can add extra nights there from just £69 per person per night. You can add nights in Boston if you want to. Maybe you've never been there, you've been to New York, you want a bit of a change, from just £59 per person per night. You can even stay at Niagara Falls from just £79 per person per night. Lots of possibilities. Talk to our cruise consultants when you phone. They'll be really glad to sort it out exactly the way you like it. CAR339. Next up, we're heading over to Florida to join the Carnival Dream on a tour of the Mexican Riviera. Here's a look at what this class of ship has on offer.
Carnival knew exactly what they were doing when they named this ship Magic. At 1,004 feet, this amazing ship continued the Dream-class tradition of large-scale boat-astern fun. For those lazy days at sea, head over to the resort pools with their palm trees, a cool breeze and favourite drink in hand. It's flanked by 2 oversized whirlpools, perfect for letting the hours drift by. Go for a soak or soak up some sun in a comfy deck chair as you enjoy the sounds of live music. Want to splish and splash the day away? Head on over to Waterworks, Carnival's very own onboard water park. Here you'll find the Twister water slide, designed to make other water slides jealous. It's 4 decks high and 300 feet long. When it comes to food, you're spoiled for choice on a Carnival ship. You can choose signature dining in the main restaurant, where even lobster is served, or choose from one of the specialty restaurants such as Cucino del Capitano, a new and exciting dining experience that pays homage to Carnival's unique Italian-American heritage. If it's a juicy steak you fancy, head over to Prime Steakhouse or chow down on some delicious Asian goodness at the Mongolian Wok. Your stateroom is equipped with every home-from-home comfort, and all feature the dreamy Carnival comfort bed with its high-quality bed linens. Are you a lover of live entertainment? Well, Carnival brings some of the best performers on land out to sea for an ambience that can't be beaten. From Broadway-style stage shows in the theatre to sing-alongs at the piano bar, from dancing to live bands in the atrium to comedy performances at punchliners. For health and relaxation, why not treat yourself to a spa treatment at the Cloud9 Spa, where you can also enjoy the spa pool and relaxation areas. But if it's just some peace and quiet you're looking for, then why not curl up on a lounger under the stars and watch your favourite movie? There's never a dull moment on board a Carnival ship. That's why they're called the Fun Ships.
And just to let you know, that was the Carnival Magic, which is the sister ship to the Carnival Dream with many of the same features. But before you join the ship, you'll enjoy 7 nights in Orlando at the Ramada Plaza Inn in Kissimmee. It's in a great position to enjoy all the fun of the theme parks and the shopping malls. And to make life even easier for you, we're throwing in a week's car hire for free. Now, this will get you to all of Orlando's highlights and down to Port Canaveral, where you'll join the ship.
Your cruise starts in Port Canaveral, and after a full day at sea, you arrive at Cozumel on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Further stops include Belize, Mahogany Bay on Isla Roatan, and Costa Maya. Another sea day follows before arriving back at Port Canaveral, where you leave your ship. Long before Cancun became a popular destination, Cozumel was well known as a diving spot and home to the world-famous Palancar Reef, which gives divers the opportunity to view thousands of brilliantly coloured fish. Non-divers can kick back on a sun-drenched beach or enjoy any number of seaside activities, such as shopping in colourful marketplaces or dining in an open-air cafe.
The flights to America will be with Virgin Atlantic. You'll be kept topped up with your choice of complimentary drinks and delicious meals. And if you're flying with the family, you'll have all you need to keep your little ones entertained. There are backpacks bursting with goodies, a kids channel on the seatback TV and special child meals. Your personal seatback TV is also packed with must-see movies, shows and games. This will be a holiday you'll never forget. And here's how little you could be paying. So this is 15 nights in total with a stay in Orlando and then a cruise around the Mexican Riviera on board the wonderful 4-star Carnival Dream. That really is a fabulous price. That's per person, based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom. Departing on the date you can see there. The reference is CAR 439. CAR 439 for this one. You get your return flights with Virgin Atlantic. You get 7 nights in an Orlando hotel. Free car hire with full insurance in Orlando that'll take you all around the theme parks and the malls and then down to meet your cruise ship. And if you fancy it, you can upgrade to a luxury villa with a pool from just £99 per person, based on 4 people sharing. That would be the height of luxury, and I think that would really add something to what's already a fabulous holiday. So the reference number for this, CAR 439. Talk to our cruise consultants if you want to upgrade to a villa. Now, we just saw that if you want to stay in a villa instead of a hotel, then we can offer you a luxury private villa with a pool for 4 people from £99 per person for the week. Have a look at this.
Large families and groups of friends will love the freedom and flexibility that Orlando villas with pools can offer. These spaciously designed and beautifully furnished villas have open-plan kitchens, spacious sitting and dining areas, and plenty of space for up to 8 people. You'll also find air conditioning and a utility room with a washing machine and tumble dryer. Master bedrooms are large and spacious with king-size beds and large closets. Villas have up to 4 bedrooms and all are individually designed and furnished. Master bedrooms have an ensuite bathroom, usually with walk-in shower. The centerpiece is a private covered pool area, perfect for relaxing in after a day at the theme parks. Great for the kids. Orlando villas with pools are perfect for independent families.
And all for £99 per person. The Americans know how to do that kind of thing. Now, this June saw the launch of Carnival's latest ship, the Carnival Breeze. It's going to be the sister ship to the Carnival Magic, which we saw earlier, and has many of the same features with the sleek and more European design. The Breeze has many areas modernised even more from the Magic, like the Cloud9 Spa and various restaurants, but also has some unique features, like the 5D theatre and a sushi restaurant. Now, you could be one of the first to holiday on this ship, as we've got a range of cruises around the Mediterranean between August and October. Here's one of the itineraries.
You join your ship in Barcelona and spend your first full day at sea. On day 3, you arrive at Naples, and that's followed by Civitavecchia for Rome and Livorno for visits to Florence and Pisa. It's over to France next for stops at Cannes and then Toulon for Provence. Finally, on day 8, you arrive back at Barcelona, where you leave your ship. Naples offers a mix of breathtaking beauty and a strong sense of life being lived to its fullest. Squeezed between Vesuvius, Europe's second largest active volcano on one side, and the sulphurous springs and boiling mud pools of the Phlegrean Fields on the other, Naples and its famous Blue Bay is a must-see city. You can also explore the magnificent Amalfi Coast from here, one of the most stunning coastlines in Europe.
And it is a beautiful coastline. I had my honeymoon there. Very nice memories. This is the only time you'll get the chance to holiday on the Breeze in the Med, as she's moving to Miami for the winter. Now, the price includes a night in Venice before you cruise, but if you want to add more here or in Barcelona, then do ask when you call to book. So here's the price, 13 nights from, well, amazing price. Look at that, for 13 nights, that is incredible. That's per person, Based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom, this is on the 4-star Carnival Breeze. You can be one of the first people to travel on her and one of the few people to travel on her round the Med as she's moving to Miami after this season. There are other dates than the one on screen. The itinerary may vary and so will the price. So if you want this price, go on the date we've got on the screen there, the reference CAR139. So this is a brand new ship for Carnival, only in the Med this year. Your package for this one includes 1 night in Venice. If you've never been there, you will love it, and you can add extra nights there from just £59 per person per night. Beautiful, romantic place. Add extra nights in Barcelona too. That's a great city, from just £49 per person per night. So if you want to do either of those things, have a chat to our travel consultant when you phone to book your cruise. CAR139 is the reference for this one. Well, that was, though I say it myself, a great collection of cruises there from Carnival. So I hope you've seen something that you want to book. Here's a quick reminder of what we've had a look at. Well, first of all, we were on the Carnival Legend, where you could visit the Norwegian fjords and Northern Europe in September 2013 and explore Scandinavia and Russia with an overnight stay in St. Petersburg. Now, next, we offered you a 2-night stay in New York before you joined the Miracle to explore the Bahamas, and then the week in Orlando, followed by a week cruising the Mexican Riviera on the Carnival Dream. And finally, we had that fabulous Mediterranean cruise on the brand new Carnival Breeze. Booking with us is simple. Just pick up the phone and call our UK call centre on the free phone number on the bottom left of your screen. Calls are free from a landline, but you may be charged if you call from a mobile. Our fully trained cruise consultants know everything there is to know about Carnival, so ask them anything. Alternatively, you can browse all our offers here on Sky Channel 251 and 252 or by logging on to cruisefirst.tv. I'll see you soon.